Hello, YouTubers. Hello, subscribers. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I was just watching Sue Smith's channel, and according to her, an article came out about Meghan trying to distance herself from the book, from the memoir Spare. I think it's appalling. I think it's just downright nasty for them to even look like they want to remove themselves from something they just wrote 15 minutes ago. Like, seriously. Are you seriously, based on what Sue Smith said, that Meghan is trying to distance herself and rebrand herself. And by doing that, she's distancing herself from the book Spare. You can't distance yourself from the book Spare, Meghan. You can't. Because you helped write it. It'd be different if you didn't. And then we can say, oh, well, she didn't write the book. No wonder she's doing that. You sat down at the kitchen table and told Harry to put those text messages in there about Kate and those bridesmaids' dresses. Then he has a whole section, and I haven't read it. He has a whole section of you in the book. So I'm going to look at the article that Sue Smith has posted on her page. But I think it's just appalling that she would look like she wants to distance herself from that book or any other debacle thing that they put out. You can't change your mind after you come out with your truth. You can't be like, oh, I changed my mind. The family isn't racist. Oh, I changed my mind. I don't want anybody to know that I had sex in the alley. Or I call it an alley. with Sasha. Well, if you didn't want us to know any of this stuff, like Sue Smith, why'd you put it in there? And not just you put it in there, but you went around advertising it, Harry. Here's what I don't understand. Is how in the world you're going to write a book, a memoir, and then decide, uh-oh, I don't want that in there anymore. I want to distance myself. No. Listen, my YouTubers and subscribers, this is disturbing to me. And I'm going to be talking about this for a moment. Because you can't distance yourself. You're in it. The only thing you can do is elaborate and have a discussion about it, Meghan. But you can't run away from it. You can't say that the family is racist and then pick up an award for it and then decide, uh-oh, I don't want to play that game anymore. No. And I'm sure the backlash is prompting you to distance yourself. But you sat at the kitchen table at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning plotting and planning. And you should have got a clue from the Oprah Winfrey debacle that maybe I shouldn't be bashing my family or the royal family. I think that is just the most bizarre thing I've heard all day. That she is trying to remove herself from the book. And like Sue said, the book is dedicated to you. She wrote the book. You can't distance yourself from something that you helped prepare. And I know she's trying to distance herself because she's talking about she coming out with her own. You got yours. You got it from your husband. He wrote it for you. And like one of my subscribers said, they don't believe that Harry is this vindictive. This is not Harry. But they said he's an idiot and a little slow. But he's not this creative to create these kind of fictitious stories that Meghan has plotted and planning. And I agree with you too, Sue. I hate her walk. That slide like she's some supermodel. Too much hip. When she came, this is a personal attack. It is on my behalf. when she put on her dress to change out for the wedding and get into the other dress, and I'm sorry, I didn't care for the wedding dress at all. I thought it was plain and boring. I did. She looked pretty. She looked great. No, she really didn't. It just didn't do it for me. She just looked like she was going somewhere and was dressed up in a white dress. But it wasn't like, oh my God. Now, I'm not trying to compare the dresses from Kate to hers, but that's a no-brainer. Kate's dress was beautiful. But I just didn't care for Meghan's. It was plain, it was weird, and no diss to the creator of it, but it just didn't flatter her at all. Sorry. And then the dress that she swooshed into after the wedding, I mean, it was decent, but it wasn't like, oh my God. And the way she was walking in it, you would think that she was like, okay, let me get my walk on here. And she lifted the dress because she had to hold some of it before she got into the little sports car that her and Harry drove off in. I was like, why is she walking like that? And at the time, we were all in love with her. And I was like, oh, well, she can walk the way she want to walk. She's a princess now. One of my YouTubers said, who said that she was a princess? She is not a princess. And I'm going to, since the YouTuber commenter said that she's not a princess, I believe that too. Because she's not a princess. She's a duchess for a moment. They need to give back the titles. Like, they need to give back that award. It just blows my mind that she is trying to distance herself. It blows my mind. I know I talked about this earlier too, where Obi Scobie, the guy that's finding freedom, decided that he wanted to say that the queen was racist, the family was racist. He doesn't care what Harry says about unconscious bias. No, that's Meghan and Harry allowing him to speak on his behalf. No, they can't keep their story straight. That's what I see. Last thing, finding freedom. I didn't read that book either. But do you know that in that book, Meghan goes after, the author goes after Samantha? And I'm going to look it up. I'm going to find out what in the book that they actually say about Samantha. But I pretty much heard that they, that book, they helped write that book. Meghan helped write the book Freedom. So Obi Scobie checked with her to see if he could put all this crap in the book. And so that's what's going on with the deposition somewhat. They're questioning that book and what she put in there as far as how it relates to Samantha. But here's the kicker. I found out that this lawsuit was initiated a while back. And the docuseries hadn't been out yet. But the book I don't know if the book had either, but Oprah's interview is what triggered it. Triggered the whole lawsuit. But come to find out, Meghan has went on a crusade. Literally a crusade in taking down and trying to embarrass, block, silence Samantha. Because if she wasn't, then why do she talks about her family like so bad all the time at every available opportunity that Meghan gets? She did it on the Oprah Winfrey Show. She did it on the Freedom book she wrote. She did it on her 6-hour Flop You series. And it goes on. And I'm surprised it's not in the book. And probably the only reason why it's in the book is because I don't know. It's just weird. She got it everywhere else. It blows my mind who this woman really is. And she didn't get it when she sat down with Oprah that, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't be saying this stuff. They went full speed ahead as if none of this matters to them. And it just goes to show you that A, it was about money, and by all means necessary. And if I'm going to get some money from Netflix and the rest of them, then I got to come up with some dirt. And so that's exactly what they did. They came up with dirt that they collected through the 15 minutes that she was over there and decided, okay, let's make some money off of it. I never thought that she would be doing this for money. So it's shocking to really know that she did and still is. That she actually did the spare book, the docuseries, all of this stuff that she's doing to go after the royal family. She did it for money. But Meghan did it not just for money. She did it because she wants to be back in Hollywood too, around new friends, the new celebrities that she has. But all the celebrities aren't accepting her. And like Ryan Reynolds, I believe that's his name, came out with that shirt and was saying something about them too. I don't know exactly what it said, but it wasn't friendly. So their popularity sucks here in the United States. It's not good at all. And it continues to go down. Continues to go down. And the word on the street is that no one trusts them. They're toxic. And they're going after their family. Now they're about to go to this coronation and going to look like two total idiots. Two total idiots. I think I would have waited till after the coronation to put all this out so it wouldn't be so awkward. And then one journalist was saying that, calling her money-making Montecito woman, pretty much. He didn't say woman, but he pretty much said that it would be rude for Meghan and Harry not to show up after they have been invited. No, it won't. It's not going to be rude or disrespectful on their end. No, because if they don't show, they're running. They're scared. They're not scared. They just don't want to face it. And so they're going to come up with any excuse, Archie's birthday party, security, whatever, to back out of going. And whatever the reason is, so be it, because a lot of us don't really want to see them there because all they're going to do is make a mess of things. But the point is that this is it. They always make it about them, and really, it's supposed to be about King Charles. And I said this on a video a long time ago, so check it out. They need to go over there, sit down somewhere in the corner, and act like they can't see nothing. Like shut up, don't see anything. Be quiet, sit in the corner, wear dark clothes. Meghan, don't come in there with green and red and all that. Just don't. Because just sit down somewhere for a second. Allow King Charles to be inducted as the King of England and of Great Britain. And don't make this about you and Harry. This is not about you two. This is about the king. Thank you, YouTubers. Have a wonderful day. I just impromptu this video, so I hope you enjoy it and have a great day. Thank you to my supporters.